We're coming together today as we do every year to celebrate the beloveds of our life who have died. And around the world, there are many, many specific times that cultures set aside to remember those who have died. I visited Tokyo many years ago now, right around the time of their autumn festival, where they recognize their dead. And as I walked through their graveyards there, I could see these very tidy, tidy memorials that had been cleaned up and flowers left. There were all kinds of decorations around these memorials to people who had died. They spent a whole month remembering and celebrating their dead. In Mexico, many of you know, families also go to the graves of their beloved dead. They set up altars, ofrendas in their home to remember them. They have picnics in the graveyard and an atmosphere of a party as they celebrate those people who gave them life. It's not only grief, it's also joy that we bring. Samhain is the Celtic expression of this recognition of ancestors. And at this time of year, they speak of the veil between this world and the next being especially thin. And calling out to those that we love, calling their names, means that we have remembered them. They know they are remembered. In these times when the veil is thin, we can make contact with them as the changing seasons darken the day, as it becomes cooler for those of us here in the Northern Hemisphere. There are many of us who trace our heritage back to that celebration. And then, of course, there's the Christian tradition of All Souls, when prayers are said for all who have lived and died, that they may find solace and peace in their dying. And so it is that we gather here every year to remember those people we hold in our hearts, those people who live within us. We come together to express our gratitude and our love on this day of celebration.
So we gather with this important purpose, but while we're here, let's take a moment and offer our financial gifts to the work of this congregation. Thank you for your consideration to the support for our church during this unprecedented time. We try to make it easy for you. You can follow the link on this slide, in the text, in the chat, or text to the number on the slide. And that way you can make your donation to support our church members and staff to keep our congregation connected in new and dynamic ways. Every little bit does help, and even though we're physically apart, our gifts together grow stronger together this way. And now, if you will join me in the dedication of our offering, words from the Reverend Bill Graves. We dedicate ourselves and our offerings to the work of this congregation, weaving a tapestry of love we call community, both within and beyond these walls.
Good morning. I'm Nancy Slocum, the Director of Religious Exploration for Children and Youth at Tahoma Unitarian Universalist Congregation. If we were in person for this service of remembrance, we would have tables set up around the sanctuary, and they'd be waiting for us to fill them with pictures and candles and small tokens. But we can't do that today. So we're going to pause to watch the pictures of people that were sent to us in a slideshow. And after the slideshow is over, we'll have time to type the names of our beloveds into the chat. Linda and Scott will read the names as I light candles. First, though, let us take a few moments to remember those people we hold in our hearts today. Remember his laughter. Remember the warm touch of her hand. Bring to mind their face when they were sad, eyes diffused with tears. Hold in your heart the sparkle of joy spilling out around her. Remember embraces and quiet moments. Remember the shared fun and play. Don't forget the complexity of feelings that there are for anyone who we love. Touch in your heart the tensions, perhaps even pain that was present sometimes between you and this companion. Whole people have bumps and bruises and warts that define them as much as the blessings that they bring. Call to mind whole people who have touched you, who you have loved.
In the book Some, a story is told about how people are kept in a waiting area after they die, as long as people are alive, who are alive are saying their names. We never know, we never learn what's next for them. Some have been there for a long time, George Washington, for example, and other historical figures. Sometimes place names include a person, and so they stick around for what seems like an eternity. Most folks, though, are there for a while, and eventually their names are no longer said, and they pass through a door and are gone. We hold our beloveds near to us again today, saying their names and remembering them. As you type your name, the names into the chat, Scott and I will speak them, and Nancy will light candles for them. And we won't get a candle for everyone, so just pick one that's yours. I'll begin by speaking the name Nolan Bruce Redman.
Mary Waits Hart.
Jim, Margaret, and Guy Tarr.
Grandma Bishop.
Oh my gosh. Scott, you're going to have to do it. I'm having a little trouble getting to names.
Pete Bittner. Tracy, Vicky, Dennis, and my dad. Quant Pat Sibley.
Ruth Sibley.
Donnie and Willie Hunt.
Dan Hale.
My
Oh my
dad,
gosh.
Martin Joseph Reichland.
Keep going, Scott.
Lois and Paul Sovey. John McPhee. Dr. Ann Carhart and Lloyd Thomas Carhart.
Martin Joseph Reichland.
Penny Schick.
Lois and Paul Sovey.
Libby Wellsand.
Brenda Soltoff.
Aunt Robin, Eleanor Gorski, and Yvonne Villa.
Ruth Sibley.
Dan Hale.
Oh, shoot. I got lost again, Scott.
Ann Siegel. Papa Jim, Grandpa Allen. Robert E. Hayes. Leonora Valdez de Figueroa. Beverly Watkins. Kathleen Bates Hale.
Maria Olson.
Larry Soltoff.
Dale Hackett.
Vicki Myers Wilson.
Jerry Graham.
Betty Graff.
Joyce Anderson Hackett.
Louise Lehman.
George Bishop.
Mike Howard.
Ken Barnett.
Diane Castema.
Eric Van Netternian.
Al Provost.
Lillian Ray.
Pat Souder.
Melvin Hopkins. And we'll light a final candle for those beloveds who have been unnamed. I invite us now into a time of meditation and prayer. And we can stay on the chalice, John. We are here together in the presence of gifts beyond imagining. The gifts of time, of energy, of love and care. Saying their names, seeing their faces, remembering them, those whose lives are now gone from ours. Still, we are gathered, and we have brought our memories, happy and bittersweet, lost, still fresh, loss that has mellowed into peace, loss that is with us always. We are gathered in the presence of a mystery, that life is, that we know the pleasures of family and friends, that we can celebrate the gentle joys of community and companionship. That we have breath at all is a mystery. That we live is itself a mystery. In the presence of all of the memories that we bring these spirits who still touch our lives. Let us open our hearts in thanksgiving. We are grateful for their presence in our lives, thankful for the blessing of time that was ours to share with these friends, these loved ones, these partners, companions. Let us open our heart with gratitude for all they have given to us. And let that gratitude spill over any loss that we might feel. Let the gratitude fill that which is left empty within us. Let us be here in gratitude for all the gifts, living on in their pictures, in our memories, in our hearts, and in our lives. Let us open our hearts in thanksgiving for those who still grace our lives. It's important that we remember that our time is too short to be taken with petty disagreements and angry divisions. Our time is too short to hold our love within. So open to those around you. See the treasures that they may yield in your life. Open to those blessed and precious friends. Open your heart that they may find the treasures within you. And may we all see the wondrous spark of life that we each embody. The world is more mystery than not. And we are ever in the presence of gifts beyond measure. In these few moments of quiet, let us reach to touch that treasure, that giftedness. And may we return to our lives with a new sense of kindness and care, of gentle love and compassion for those who fill our lives. As we lean into our ancestors, let us also reach our hands forward to those who come after. Let us pause just for a few moments of stillness. Amen. Our closing words are from Barbara Peskin. Because of those who came before us, we are. In spite of their failings, we believe. Because of and in spite of the horizons of their visions, we too dream. Let us go this day, remembering to praise, to live in the moment, to love mightily, and to bow to the mystery. Amen and blessed be.
If you would all join me in the words we use each week as we extinguish the chalice. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. And now let us enjoy the closing blessing song sung by our own Michael Kirk.
From you I receive, to you I give, together we share, and from this we live. From you I receive, to you I give, together we share, and from this we live.